This one turns around too, but I don't know.
No, you're good.
Need to bother.
No, doesn't need a bother. Alright. Hey folks, Tosh, myself and Wolfie are out on an overnighter. We're going to do something a little bit different tonight. We're in Tosh's newish camper van, and I thought I'd give you a rundown. I'll let Tosh tell you all about it.
Yeah, so I got this a few months ago. I guess I flew out to BC and then drove it back home. Kind of went out just on an ad I found online and got there. I was like, yep, that's the one. I've been looking for a while. And so this is a 2016 Sprinter van, Mercedes Sprinter 3500 dually. So this is the long wheelbase, dual wheels in the back, and it's 4-wheel drive, which I found was pretty hard to find, but it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it seems almost necessary.
Even if you don't have the 4-wheel drive, it's nice just because you have the extra ground clearance. Like the other ones, it's like driving a Honda Civic or something. They're so close to the ground. So this was built out by a couple of guys in BC. This was their first build ever, and they did a pretty decent job on it, but I'm running into a few problems, but we'll get to that later. But
operator error.
Yeah, it's probably mostly what it is that's what I found. Is I tend to break stuff. So. But we can open up the window here and get some air. Yeah, so I don't know. What do you want to know?
How long have you had this for?
Since April.
Since April, and you've recently done what? Are you living in it right now?
Pretty much moving into it now, and that's the plan, is to just travel in this, bounce out and do like a backcountry trip, because it's got the big roof rack on it, so I can put canoe up there. I've got underneath in the garage. I could probably put 2 canoes up there. I've got the big garage with a ton of gear in it right now, bins and bags and all kinds of stuff. So my whole thought on this was bounce out, do a backcountry trip, whether it's canoeing, hiking, whatever, and then live in this. I can edit that video. I can live comfortably in here, you know, fridge, cook, shower at the back.
So you still have a permanent home for now, and you don't want to have to go back to that in between trips and stuff. That was part of the reason for you. Yeah, gotcha.
And the plan is to not have a permanent home and in here full time.
Right, very cool.
There's a few things I was surprised by with the vehicle. One, how comfortable it is to drive. Like it drives just like it's as comfortable as my new pickup.
Yeah, it seemed like we were having no problem coming down these roads.
Yeah, I mean it's huge. It's surprisingly comfortable to sit in for hours and drive. Like I've loved it, and then I love the idea. Like I get tired, I just pull over, go in the back, crash. I can have something to eat right here. I can have a nap and get back on the road again.
How are you cooking?
I have a small 2-burner propane stove, and then with the onboard electrical system, I have 2 electric cooktops, induction cooktops that this came with. So. Like last night, I cooked my dinner in here on the electric induction cooktop, and it uses like next to no power. I was really surprised because I can monitor through Bluetooth on my phone. I can monitor all my power supply and how much solar I'm getting.
So you're charging solar?
Yeah. So there's on the roof here. There's a huge roof rack that covers most of it, but above the cab, there's 2 solar panels, 2 200-watt solar panels. Charging 2 200 amp hour batteries that you're sitting on right now. So all the electrical for the whole vehicle is inside that box right there, inside that seat. And then that powers everything. So there's no propane in the vehicle. Everything is either electric or runs on diesel. So of course all the lights and everything run on the power. So I can run solar power to charge the batteries. It also has DC charger. So I'm charging while I'm driving. And then, of course, you can plug in shore power outside as well.
Nice. And what about any issues you've run into or things that you don't like?
One thing with the vehicle that's very specific to Sprinters that everyone complains about is the fuel tank is really small.
Oh, and for such a big vehicle.
Yeah. So I get less than 500 kilometers on a tank of gas.
Do you carry gas?
I don't have on me right now, but I did when I came back from BC. I strapped 40 liters to the roof, and just in case, whatever. And I can always do that. But there is a company that made the tire rack and the ladder at the back. They also make a big tool bin that goes on. So when I take it down to the States in the wintertime, which is the plan,
Hell yeah.
then I can get an aftermarket fuel tank that doubles the fuel capacity. And there's the tool rack and box and everything to go on the back. I want on a bike rack. And
yeah.
There's all kinds of stuff you can do with this.
Yeah, and there's room to put it on too.
Yeah. So for like the heat in here, I have an onboard hot water heater, hot water on demand, and a diesel furnace. Both of those, diesel. So that draws right out of the fuel tank. And so I have hot air blowing out of these vents down by your feet. And in the back, there's an onboard diesel heater for the water, so that feeds that tap and the shower at the back door.
That's slick.
Yeah. And so there's no extra propane or anything, no extra fuel. You've got your batteries, your electric that's running that's charging, and everything else
that's
is diesel.
Super efficient.
Super easy. There's no extra fuel to buy or worry about.
Your shower's outdoor.
Yeah, shower mounts on the back door.
Yeah. You got a fan. You got.
Yeah, there's a Max Air fan on the top.
You got bug screens. How's the bed?
Bed's pretty comfortable.
Pretty big.
It's nice and wide. That's something I may upgrade. Is just get like an IKEA foam mattress, a little bit thicker. Just something a little bit bigger. But I've got room for it below the window, so it would fit in. The bug screens I added after I bought it. These came from a company in the States called Bugwall. Custom made for the back door, so I can throw open the barn doors at the back, and for this.
Carefully, doesn't.
Come on, Wolf.
Good boy.
Hey, buddy. So yeah, these have been awesome. They were custom made by Bugwall. Like you send them the specs of where you want the door to open, but the door opens and closes magnetically here. Rolls up out of the way. The back door. The bottom half below the bed is a solid wall, and the top half is netting. So when I shower back there, that keeps the water from splashing in on your gear.
Right.
But
that's well thought out.
Yeah, it worked out really well. I'm pretty happy with it. You going back out?
Yeah.
Go on.
Go
on. You can hear us panting.
Yeah, it's just fucking panting over everything. Cool. So you got like a carbon detector, or what is it called?
Yeah, CO2 detector and smoke detector there.
Yeah. Oh, all in one.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then in the back, so the other cool thing that these guys did, there's a couple things that they did that I thought were really smart. They put everything internal. So there's no water tanks hanging out underneath the vehicle to lower your ground clearance. Everything's mounted inside. So I have two 80-liter tanks above the wheel wells back there that supply my tap here and my shower. So I have 160 liters of water for that.
Damn.
And then they have a separate, underneath the sink, there's, I think it's 26 liter, basically a jerry can, mounted with a small submersible pump in it that feeds that drinking water tap right there. And the reason they did that is, one, so all your water's internal, less likely it's going to freeze. The downside is it takes up more room inside the vehicle. You lose a little bit of space. That's why there's not a whole lot of walkway, because the gray water tank is also underneath here. The reason they put the second drinking water tap in with the smaller tank to feed, like the 26 liter jug to feed your drinking water, is because you can take that jug out, put a little bit of bleach or something in it, and give it a shake and clean it out, so it's all gungy. Whereas the other ones they're 80 liters and they're built in, they're bolted in place.
Yeah, you ain't moving that.
No, so if you get some kind of mold or something built up in there, at least you're not drinking that water.
That makes sense.
So yeah, pretty simple way of doing everything, but they thought it out pretty well. The only thing I definitely would have done differently if I had built this, I would have put a bigger fridge in. Fridge is really small, and they put a microwave in. They're actually British. They live in BC, but they're from the UK, and they said most people in Europe put in microwaves for some reason. And I mean, if you open the door, it's brand new, like still
You make
the cardboard and everything in it. Like
You make popcorn one time, I guess.
yeah, I'm never gonna use it. So that's one thing I'm gonna change. Is I'll probably upgrade to a bigger fridge, get rid of the microwave, but that involves redesigning that whole cabinet.
Yeah. Well, that's very cool. Are you happy with it?
I love it. Absolutely love it. Like it's funny because if I see it, like I'll walk out of a store into the parking lot, I can't help but smile.
Yeah.
I'm like, shit, that's mine.
No, it's nice. I was driving behind and I was like, that's from bad.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's just, it looks like it's like an A-Team van or something.
Yeah. Where's BA?
Yeah. Some gold chains or something.
You should get that theme song and just blare it wherever you go.
Yeah.
Cool, man. That was great. Thank you.
Yeah, if you want to like shoot all the stuff, play over top of that, like I can open up that. You can see the solar, and I can open up all the cupboards and everything. You just want me to point it at the grill?
Just do the whole thing. You filmed it for her. She a touch on the warm side. Might want to wait a minute. She's hot. No, that one's even hotter. I just took that one off. So hot. Good boy. Oh wait, I forgot we have a. See what we have here. Oh.
You film me while I'm filming you.
Maybe not.
I think it's the perception.
Yeah. Look at me. My depth perception must be off again. Remember that song? And this hurts deeper than I thought it did.
What are you gonna eat up?
Grill or my hands?
Fine when I'm in the van.
We're gonna cut it now.
No, just part of it'll be charred, part of it'll be raw.
That's the best way. Big hole bagels, they call them. Well, thanks for giving us a run. Oh my God, what a weirdo. Okay, goodbye. No. Thanks for giving us a rundown on the old van.
Yeah, no problem. Man.
It was good
to meet up.
Yeah, good to get together.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
So we gotta do something else.
Yeah. All right, buddy.
All right.
Yeah, we're gonna part ways. I got in-laws coming. Toshi's gotta go on the rest of his little road trip he's doing. So, like we said, good times, and we'll see each other again. Not if I can help it.